So if you don't already know, I'm Dr. Rutherford. This is Dr. Gates.
Board certified chiropractic neurologist, certified functional medicine practitioner.
Okay.
We're both chiropractors.
And they should know us because what we're doing is putting these together to talk to you, to keep you online. Our goal is once you're done, to be able to be done and have the tools to stay better. We're finding that a lot of people have the tools to stay better, but maybe they're not using them. Or there are reasons that they're knocked offline.
Exactly.
So today's subject is diet saboteurs. I've had this happen to me like a zillion times. Dr. Gates kind of chose the topic, so I'll let him go on because I don't want to step on him in case I say all the things that you're going to say, because we're probably going to say the same things.
Right.
So go ahead.
I read an interesting article by Dr. David Katz. He's our wellness expert in this country, basically. We heard him speak at the American College of Age Management Medicine. Not that that's really what we do, but it's kind of what we do. He gave a riveting speech, but he had this article on diet saboteurs, which is something we hear about all the time because our patients are people. And as people, we go out and we socialize. And how do we socialize with people? We drink wine, we break bread, we have a good meal. You know, grandma makes us cheesecake. And with those types of events, those types of dining situations, our patients, including ourselves, come under a lot of pressure and scrutiny. And sometimes that pressure is valid. Lots of times that pressure is not, because people may feel uncomfortable that you're making positive changes in your life. And I don't know how else to say it, but as Dr. Katz put it, let's say if you're here for weight loss, a significant percentage of the population is overweight, 2/3 of the population. And if you're now trying to turn things around, your partner may not feel so good about that because they may feel insecure. Or maybe you have a friend at a dinner party who just doesn't understand why you're a grain-free, dairy-free, soy-free, bean-free vegetarian. And they're going to lambaste you for eating that way, as well as not drinking alcohol, and that you really should live life, and that, life is going to pass you by, and you're going to end up, a miserable person because you're on this diet. So we wanted to talk about this because we need to start the discussion, and please discuss this with me if you're coming in on a weekly basis, or discuss it with your family and friends, because people need to be supportive of you, and they may not always be supportive of you. And you just need to know that going in, so that you kind of frame the context of the conversation about the dinner party that, hey, this is my diet. I don't want to hear anything negative about it. If you have something negative to say, I don't need to hear it.
Yeah, when you come in, one of the first things that I'm doing when I do the consults is I'm kind of looking to see if that person has maybe at least enough motivation to get through the ups and downs of the program. I'm also looking to see if that person has a support group, if they're complaining about their husband or their wife, or if the husband's there and I'm saying, well, yeah, you're probably going to have to get off of gluten, and the husband's sitting there rolling his eyes, or vice versa or something.
Right.
That is not I'll say to people, there's reasons that we tell people that maybe this isn't a good program for them. That's it. But what we're getting people that are calling back. They're sick again. I usually discuss it with them, or they make a point with Dr. Gates or something. Invariably, they've gone off the diet or stopped doing their exercises. Invariably, 75% of them start the diet and do their exercise. They start feeling good again. But this is a big pressure. I know I am that guy. Well, I eat beans, but I'm a vegetarian. We're not, obviously, we don't make patients vegetarians, but I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. I guess so. I guess that makes me a vegetarian. I'm vegetarian. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do anything. So I'm at a dinner one night at a very nice restaurant in town with some semi-prominent people in town. At least they think they're prominent. And I'm sitting there, and they're all having, the wine thing, and oh, the wine's really good. I'm from New Jersey, so you have to forgive me. It's like, oh, the wine's really good. And it's like, don't you want to do this? Oh, what are you missing? Oh, you're doing that. I'm eating this big old piece of gluten. And I look like I'm like 70 years old when I'm only like 51. And then the other guy is here is like, he's eating all kinds of stuff. And I'm listening to him tell me about his gut problems and about how he has bloating, and his wife's telling me how he's got gas. And they're sitting there attacking me because I'm eating something that's healthy. I'm not drinking. I'm having a glass of soda water. And I'm like, what's wrong with this picture? And I'm not exaggerating, but this is the reality. Dr. Gates is a lot more polite than I am, okay? This is the reality. I mean, what is with people's so much sensitivity with what they eat? if they don't, they're eating this, but you're not eating that, and they're like attacking you. Okay.
I think the bottom line is insecurity, and that's what Dr. Katz got.
It's
It's insecurity about
exactly.
you're making changes. They don't want to
Exactly.
make changes. It's insecurity that you're going to lose weight and find somebody else. It's insecurity that their recipes aren't good enough and you don't like them, and they have a lot of attachment to their recipes. It's all those factors.
Yeah. So I'm a little extreme. I just don't dine out with those people anymore. Okay.
Mhm.
But sometimes that's what it takes. And they can't divorce your husband or your wife, but most of you have supportive spouses or you wouldn't have went through this.
Mhm.
Okay. And most of you have supportive families or you wouldn't have went through this, but you just need to know you're not alone in this. And you know what, this is where we need to talk about ultimately maybe helping, like with maybe some sort of a support group again or something like
Yeah.
we used to have.
And I know
for now,
people are
we don't
looking
have
at
that and we're working on it. But in the end, this is as big as sabotaging you at anything. And you need to come back in, talk to Dr. Gates, call us, do whatever you need to do to not go back to what you were doing, because you are going to get sick again. You have the tools. It's simple enough to do them. But then in these conditions, it's not simple enough because people are guilt tripping you. People are attacking you. People are making fun of you. And if you're not strong enough on what you're doing, they'll get to you. You'll start eating. A couple months later, you call us. You say, it's all coming back. And we go, okay, what are you doing? You start to eat gluten again. You start to eat your food sensitivities again, whatever. And it's almost always yes.
Mhm.
So
yeah, that covers it. Maybe next week we'll talk about spousal support for our
there
patients.
You go.
That would
So
be a good
diet
topic.
saboteurs, either learn how to deal with them or stay away from them.
Yeah,
Boom.
good. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Any ideas you have for future weeks, let us know. We're open to it because these broadcasts are all about you and what you want to hear. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.